Hey everyone, how are we today? Just doing a reading for you, looking at, what would they say to you if they could, if they were standing right in front of you right now, what would they say to you? So for a lot of you, this is most likely an ex. All right. Shout out to Steve on the comments for suggesting the topic. I do appreciate that. Make sure you leave your own comments and topic suggestions if you have anything specific in mind for readings. Today I'm going to do this reading a little bit differently. Okay, so we're kind of doing it in the style of a pick a card type reading. Okay, but today we're going to actually be picking a chakra. So there will be, what's that? 7 different options to choose from. So whether you want to choose that by, the name of the chakra or by the color associated with the chakra, I will give you a little bit of a rundown on the chakra, at the beginning of each portion as well. Timestamps will be in the description box, linking those timestamps to the chakra starts. But we will sort of be answering the question of, what would they say? What would they say to you if they had the chance to speak, I suppose? Today we are using the Unsaid Feelings of Love Oracle. I do have the heart-shaped love oracle cards. So both of those decks are very muchly phrases that people will say, and then we do have the Scarlet Ruin Lenormand for some extra clarity as well. Okay, so going through the chakras there, we, when we do go through chakras, we start at the bottom and work our way up. So the first chakra option is the root chakra, which is associated with the color red. Okay, so the root chakra, the base chakra, starts with the color red, and that is all about grounding, generally speaking there. Then we have the sacral chakra, which is associated with orange and emotional parts of ourselves. We have the solar plexus chakra, which is yellow. All right, and that's where we explore our thoughts. Then we move up into the heart chakra, which is associated with green, for heart wisdom. We have the throat chakra, which is blue, which is associated with finding your expression. We have the third eye chakra, which is purple, to see without sight. And then we have the crown chakra, which is silver, sometimes gray, which is universal consciousness, connecting to source, those sorts of things. Okay, so whichever one of those is sort of calling your name. This is going to be a bit of a timeless reading, so whenever you see this, it is appropriate for the time you are watching. I do find with the timeless readings, sometimes you might actually, want to come back in, a month, 2 months, a year from now and, do another check-in and you may just, using your intuition, choose one of those colors or chakras and, you may be drawn to a different one next time and have a different meaning associated for the reading. Okay, so you are more than welcome to watch the reading. Or, if you're wondering about multiple people as well, please choose separate chakras for each person. Okay, so, but usually this is talking about someone, if we're asking, what would they say to you? This is somebody that you're obviously probably not in contact with, or, in some cases it may be, what would somebody say to you if they were completely honest and open and not, fearful of saying it to you. So that may be appropriate for a couple of you there as well. All right, so we're going to get started with that root chakra, the red chakra, okay? So once again, we've got the root, the sacral, the solar plexus, the heart, the throat, the third eye, and the crown, okay? And going by colors, we have red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, or silver, okay? So feel what, just take a second, feel what feels right for you, and jump ahead to the right timestamp, okay? So starting off with the root chakra. I will take timestamps as we go, okay? So the root chakra, What would they say to you if you have chosen the root chakra today? The root chakra is associated with grounding. This chakra is at the bottom of your tailbone. You know, to connect to this chakra, you may want to walk barefoot in nature, hug a tree, clean your house, work on the foundations of your life, paying bills even, spending time with animals, or, doing meditations revolving around nature or animals, wearing or eating red. So if there's something in this reading that does sort of stand out to you, and you kind of want that person, you're trying to, manifest that person actually going ahead and saying this message to you, I would, consciously wear red for at least 3 days. And that can just be, red earrings or jewelry, or, maybe a red shirt, or, adding red shoelaces to the roster, or whatever that means for you. For some people too, I know a lot of people don't wear a lot of color. You can actually get a colored piece of red paper and fold that into 3 and put that into your pocket as well, and hold that close to your body throughout the day, and that counts as wearing red. Okay, but we'll get into it for you. So what would they say to you? So collective, who has chosen the root chakra, the red chakra, what would this person say to you? Got a couple coming out already. What would this person say to you if you have chosen the root chakra, the red chakra? Okay, so seeing a little bit of a common theme already with this person here. Okay, so I straight away, I'm connecting these two together. It's just sex and rock and roll is that one there. But then we also I see you in my dreams. All right. So they're having sexy dreams about you. Okay. Which, if you've chosen that root chakra, the red coloration, they're, very connected to passion and that physical stuff. So there might be something in that intimacy reading, that I have uploaded on the channel recently for some of you there as well, depending on timing of when you're seeing this video. But it feels like sexy dreams, okay, having sexy dreams about you. It's kind of like they can't stop thinking, if you have already, been intimate with this person, they can't stop thinking about it. It replays on a loop. It's like, stop, rewind, play, stop, rewind, play, stop, rewind, play. And there's certain facets of that, because it's getting the sex and rock and roll coming through too. So it's like they've got it to a soundtrack and everything in their head. Interesting. So whether that's their actual dreams or their daydreams, they are thinking about that quite heavily here. We do see here, we both need to wait a little longer. It's not time yet. I am gaining new perspectives on this connection, and I know I need to work on myself. So that's why we are seeing them wanting to sort of tell you. It's kind of feeling a little bit here like they're wanting to say to you, wait for me, because I'm working on myself right now. I need to, learn more about what this means to me. I need to, come into awareness of this connection fully. So, there is a little bit of an energy here of please wait for me coming through. I'm not going to lie here. So, I do feel as though sometimes that can be very unfair energy. I don't necessarily like to promote that energy, but it does feel as though they would kind of want you to wait. Give them time. Give me time. I'm working on myself. I'm trying to get into a place where I can be the person that you want, need, whatever. Okay, but we'll have a look with the lenormand as well. So if you've chosen the root chakra today, the red chakra, what would they say to you? What would they say to the red collective, please? They're okay. So firstly, we have the tree. So once again, I'm working on myself. I need time to grow, to heal, to, mature, find some more wisdom, learn a little bit more about this connection and myself in the process. Definitely, doing some self-work, some inner work, healing some parts of themselves here. So, it's once again, it's all focused on their healing right now rather than the connection. Okay, we do, interestingly enough, we see the clouds coming through next, followed by the, what's it called? It is called the whip in this deck. Okay, so it's kind of like they're in mental anguish here. There's a lot of mental anguish. A lot of, for some of you, this healing process is to heal certain things within them that are creating issues like anxiety issues, depression issues, maybe even just overthinking as a general, like they've got a lot of confusion, a lot of things weighing heavily on their thoughts, causing them a lot of drama. It's like their mind is causing them drama. The way that they think is causing them drama. I am picking up heavily, mental illnesses, those sorts of things coming through for this person, okay, that they would want you to know that, look, my mind is not a great place right now. My mind is, you can even see in that clouds card, it's like swirling tornado kind of energy, and then with the whip here, it's like they're very muchly, it's very muchly punishing themselves. The way that they think is punishing themselves, kind of thing, that they beat up on themselves a lot. So there's a lot of feelings of self-worth and doubt and fear all coming to the surface within this person as well. So that's really what they're working on within their own self. They're trying to heal that. They're trying to work on their mental health and things like depression and anxiety here. So they would want to sort of let you know that, look, once I'm in a better mind space, then, I can't stop thinking about you, because we even see that swirling around there too with the thoughts being very heavy, that they're kind of punishing themselves from, with the way that they're thinking about you constantly on a sexual level as well, because it's kind of like they're playing this over and over on a loop in their head, and it's kind of a way of punishing themselves, like, this is what I'm missing out on, this is what I'm not good enough for. All right, so there's a lot coming through from this person, to be honest. They are really being very rough on themselves, but there's something here about them not really being maybe as open about that as they could be, because they do seem to be holding back a little bit on actually telling you what's going on for them on a mental, health kind of level right now. So, but that's what we're seeing for you. Like I said, you're more than welcome to check out other chakras for other people, or wait some time and come back and check in, and maybe vibe a new chakra for the energy in the future as well. Okay, so that's what we have for you, root chakra crew, and we will move on to the sacral chakra. Okay, so those of you choosing the sacral chakra, so the color orange, connected with the emotional self. All right, so this is, in the pelvis area here, connected to relationships. Very strong water energy with the sacral chakra there as well. So it's really good energy to, have a bath, have a swim, be around water, stretching, dancing, doing sexual flow type rhythm, go somewhere unknown, drink fresh natural liquids like water or juice, rather than, fizzy stuff or alcohol or coffee. Tea can be more on the natural side of things, but especially when it's like cold. For some reason, cold pressed tea is coming straight through here for you. So if you do in the future, want to manifest the messages that we're getting today from this person, doing things like dancing and in a sexual flow kind of a way, or going for swims and sort of meditating on manifesting those conversations, and drinking a lot more natural liquids, especially over the next 3 days, that will really get that sacral chakra energy flowing for you. Okay, so looking at the cards this person wants to throw your way. Okay, for the sacral chakra collective, the orange collective, what would they say to you? What would this person say to you if they could or would? What would they say to you, please? So just grabbing all the oracles out, and then we will clarify with the lenormand. What would they say to you, sacral chakra? Those heart-shaped cards are so hard to shuffle, guys. Just give me a moment. Okay, so too much honesty from this person, I believe. We're seeing I self-sabotaged this connection. I self-sabotaged our connection. Okay, because I'm going through a dark night of the soul. This person is like steps behind is what is the phrase coming through here. Because we're seeing this. I feel so empty. This world can't fulfill me. That's some heavy energy. So this is definitely dark night of the soul. You know, the weight of the world is too heavy for me to handle. I self-sabotage this connection. With that card, it's continuing the sentence. It's going, I self-sabotaged our connection because I'm not good enough for anything. I don't deserve anything. You know, I feel too empty to feel this connection. We both need to wait a little longer. It's not time yet. This is weighing so heavy on me. So it's like they know they've done you wrong as well. They self-sabotage this, that they kind of really wanted to push you away before you could get too close or before you could push them away. A very avoidant energy, but very, very heavy. Like I honestly feel as though we're dealing with somebody with, you know, some heavy depression, maybe some sort of suicide ideation type stuff coming through here as well. This is very, very heavy energy. It's weighing so heavily on this person. They've got the weight of the world on their shoulders, and they're feeling as though they're not good enough to carry any of it. They're just so far, you know, it's like they're just so far at the bottom. You know, this person's at rock bottom right now. They're going through the dark night of the soul. And, you know, in order to, you know, become awakened and move forwards, sometimes we do need to hit that rock bottom. And that's exactly where this person is. So it's kind of, they're at this point where they need to work out whether they can crawl their way back out of the abyss, you know, because they're right down in the bottom of that deep, dark abyss right now. There's a black hole around this person. And, you know, to be honest, it's not giving clear actual what would they say to you, because they feel as though they can't say anything. It's, if anything, they're going to say things like, I self-sabotage this connection because I don't deserve it. I can't even feel this connection. You know, it's not going to be things you want to hear, because they're just in such a blacked out black hole abyss right now that it's like they can't say anything to you, because everything is just, you know, it's just the effort of knowing what they even want to say to you is too much, that they can't even see the truth of what they would say or what they would like to say or what they actually truly feel here. They're just in a really bad place. It honestly feels like this person is in a very bad place right now. Solar plexus grouping. Oh, sorry. I know we're not on solar plexus. Sacral, the orange grouping, sacral chakra. What would they say to you? What would they say to you, please? We have the scythe coming through first. I've got to cut and run. I've got to break free from... I keep getting those same messages. They're in such a bad place right now that, you know, this is cutting, breaking free from things. Okay, it's going back to this dark night of the soul. I feel so empty. this world can't fulfill me. I need to break free from this world because it's just too heavy. It's a similar energy here. For some of them, this may have come on sort of like out of nowhere for them. Like, this is a very sudden energy. They maybe, this person is at risk at the moment, I feel, of doing impulsive things. Like I keep wanting to just remind, this is some of the keywords for this card are cut and break. Okay, and as we know, the scythe is the thing that images of the Grim Reaper are holding. There's a very heavy energy with this person. We also have the dog, but it's like they feel so alone that they can only rely on the darkness at this point. You know, I do feel as though they are moving into they are slowly going to be moving into a position where this is going to change for them a little bit. They're wanting to say that you were so loyal, you were so reliable, you were the best friend anybody could ever have. You know, even if you weren't, you know, if you were more than friends or whatever, you were the person that, you know, if I actually stopped and thought about it, you were the person I could see myself walking beside forever, kind of thing. This is very loyal, dependable. They see you as very loyal, very dependable, very supportive and understanding. But it's also, there is an isolation, a lone wolf energy coming through from this person that they don't want to put that on anyone else, because they know that you are compassionate and that you are loyal and dependable. And that's why they feel like they had to remove themselves from their friends, you know, because with these two cards together, they've cut free. They've cut all their friends free. This person is isolating themselves currently. We also have the Sun, which is very interesting considering we're seeing the dark night of the soul. But it's kind of like the Sun does bring things to light. And they're trying to find the light. That's what I mean. There is this little kernel of hope here within this person that they could find the light again, that they might be able to claw their way out of this. That, you know, if the dark night of the soul is where they are now, there's, you know, there's a part of them that is trying to find the sun again, the happiness, you know, trying to find it. There might be a strong Leo placement for them or you as well, with that there, because it's like happiness seems so far away, and they're for a lot of them too, they're letting us know that they have, you know, they've broken free and cut out anything that makes them happy as well, because they feel like they don't deserve it as well. So that's part of why, you know, they sabotage this connection, because you made them happy. So I feel like that's the underlying message there too, is that they cut themselves free of this connection. They sabotage this connection because you were happiness and you were loyal and you were compassionate, and they had to break free from that, because it's like, you know, when you're in that position at the dark night of the soul, you honestly don't believe that you deserve to even have anything, you know. But you know, it's weird because it is a good spot for somebody to be at the bottom. If they're at the bottom of, you know, and they're having this dark night of the soul, but they're breaking free from people that make them happy and people that they know are understanding and supportive, there is actually a little positive energy there, because they're not dragging you down with them. Okay? So people, like when you go to the bottom of the barrel, if you were truly ready to give up on this world, you wouldn't just cut free from the people that make you happy. You would go out of your way to drag them down to the bottom with you. You wouldn't care. Okay, so there is that slither of hope here. It's just going to take a bit of time for this person. Okay, so you know, just send healing to this person, I feel. You know, come back in a month or so and maybe see what chakra you're drawn to in a month or so, and see if the message has changed for you, because, you know, honestly, I just don't know if there's any way of getting through to this person. They need to sort of, they're just so far gone to the bottom that this is the only person that can actually start to claw their way out is themselves right now. They need to make that choice to start climbing. You can't force that on them. But once they start climbing, then you can help, you know. So if you are close to that person, that's definitely someone to keep an eye on right now. And even when they can't hear it and they can't see it, send your love to them, all right? They need it right now, okay? Wow, that was unexpectedly very heavy, not going to lie. So that's what we have for you there with the sacral chakra, okay? Subscribe to the channel. We are going to move on over to the solar plexus. Okay. For those of you who chose the solar plexus chakra, the yellow chakra, okay, the solar plexus chakra, the yellow chakra, is about exploring your thoughts. It's about empowerment and exploration of those thoughts. This is the chakra, you know, in your belly button, basically. It's an aggressive chakra that you know, when you're wanting to move into the energy of the solar plexus, doing very active things like, you know, shadow boxing or you know, aggressive kind of activities, you know, are really good. Even things like I know it sounds weird, but fire, flame, burning things safely, of course, all right, safely. But because it's all about passion and exploding passion, you know. So crying, laughing, running, playing like a child, you know, just getting it out of you in you know, this explosion of everything and emotion and passion, you know, the things that feel important. All right. So for those of you, you know, if you are wanting to manifest the message we're hearing from this person today, for the next 3 days, do try to do something aggressively active. Cry, laugh, run like a child, do something explosively action. Okay? Whatever that means to you, right? But solar plexus, the yellow chakra grouping, what would they say to you? What would they say to you, yellow solar plexus? So just grabbing all the oracles out for you first. Yellow solar plexus group. Yellow solar plexus group, please. Let me know in the comments if you like how I've sort of mixed this up a bit today and done a bit of a different kind of a reading today. Let me know what you guys think. So we're seeing I had to learn my lesson the hard way. So this person they're in the process, all right, because it's time for me to escape this darkness. So they're slowly getting there. They're moving, you know. I think that this is somebody who has been in a bad place, emotionally, mentally, whatever. And they had to learn the lesson the hard way. They had to drop to the bottom in order to find their way back out, you know. And they are getting there, though. It's time. There's an awareness here that they're like, okay, I want change. I want to escape this darkness. I'm ready to seek the light again. At this moment, I'm still attached to this karmic. Okay, and with that one, I'm kind of getting, it's not necessarily a person karmic that they're attached to, but it's a karmic lesson of some sort that they're attached to. So it could be playing out in multiple ways in their life, that, some sort of karma, some sort of lesson that they had to endure, and they are still just sort of finalizing that out. And there is still an attachment there. Being around you makes me nervous. So did you ever wonder why they were very, they would say stupid things? Like, honestly, I feel like this person would say the silliest, like, things that didn't make any sense. And, and then maybe you would see them and you were like, are they okay? Because they would always be like slurring, like not slurring, but they're messing up their words and they couldn't get a word out. And, it's because they were nervous around you. They want to just let you know that's it feels like a specific thing for a lot of you too, that something happened between you, or they said something, or they were unable to say something in a way that made, like, they might have said something and it came across wrong, that kind of thing. But it's because they were so nervous around you for some reason. But you are the only one I see. Okay, so every time they close their eyes, there's you. They think about you a lot. All right. So they're very focused on moving forwards from these lessons so that they can then try to work out where to next. And where to next involves you, I feel. But we'll have a look with the lenormand as well. Okay, solar plexus chakra, the yellow group. What would they say to you if they could or would or should? What would they say to you, yellow grouping, solar plexus chakra group? We have the moon coming through first. I feel so drawn to you. Anytime I think about, you're the only thing that makes my emotions sensitive. I'm getting heart flutters coming through from this moon energy. It's an emotional sensitivity. It's like every time people say your name, this person is like, it's this emotion. Their emotions go haywire thinking about you. They feel drawn to you like a magnet. Okay, they're like, you go in, I go out. You go in, I go out. It's like this, the ebb and flow of the sea. They just feel so connected to you, like they are the ocean and you are the moon. And that, when you go one way, they can't but help follow. When you come back closer, they follow your rhythms, kind of thing. They feel very connected to you. That is a very spiritual connection there as well. They look at you as like, you are so beautiful. They would tell you that you are beautiful, and that, like, there's something here about fame, because sometimes the moon can mention fame as well, and it's like, you're the most famous person in my world, or something like that. That you're as famous as the moon is, to their world. In their world, you're as famous as the moon. You're, high above it all. You're the, the thing that they see every time they look around. You're the moon. I also want to give you the moon. I want to give you the moon as well, because here we have the flowers. I want to give you everything. I want to give you everything. And if you ask me for my soul, I would let you take it. There's a lot of emotion here. There is a lot of emotion here from this person. This is giving energy. This is, I want to give, I want to receive, I want to be with you, basically, on a, you're a gift to the world. You are the gift, you are the, the ultimate gift. You're the ultimate present. You're the epitome of everything. That you're this beautiful flower in amongst all these thorns, and they're a bit soppy here. There's like, it's a little bit like lovey-dovey kind of, very cliche lovey kind of stuff coming through from this person. It's like, I want to give you the moon. I want to pull the moon down from the sky and give it to you. I want to give you, I want to pick every single flower in the world and give them all to you. I want to fill your house up with roses, kind of thing. This is very romantic energy from this person. And we also have the scythe. I've got to break free from this ish in my head, from this karmic lesson. I've got to break free. I've got to cut that out of my life so that I can suddenly, unexpectedly show up at your door with flowers, kind of thing, with the moon in hand, with the moon in tow and flowers all around us. I need, like, there's a lot of impulsiveness here. So I feel like that scythe, there's an energy here of, I could do anything at a given, if I thought I could be the person you want right here, right now, I'd drop everything and I'd be at your door. I would take any risk. I would, it's very impulsive energy, very sudden kind of, this is also late night text callings, like texts and calls and stuff like that too, that impulsive kind of energy. This person is a bit impulsive when it comes to you, that they would cut anything out of their life to be with you, kind of thing. That, if they found out that you said, I don't think your mother is nice, they would be like, okay, that's fine. We're never talking to her again. As long as it means I can be with you. Even if they're, very close with their mother, they'd be like, no, fine, she's gone. Consider it gone. What do you want me to do? I'm also getting, I'll cut a bitch for you. Because they want to give you everything. They're willing to give you the world. They're like, I'll cut a bitch. I'll cut a bitch. Who? Where? What? It's a bit random. But there's a lot of emotion here. They're just not quite ready. You know what I mean? Like, they're just wanting to make sure, because they want to give so much of themselves to you. They don't want to be there right next to you when they can't give you everything. You know what I mean? They want to be able to give you everything. And they know that right now, at the moment, they just can't give you everything. They're still connected to this karmic situation, this lesson that they've had to learn. They're still connected to that, and so they need to cut that out. They're trying to cut that out of their life. I do feel for some of you it's got to do with like work or something, that there's some sort of lessons that they're learning, that they're just tied up. Like, I feel like it's tied up financially with something, or some responsibility type thing that they're tied up with, and that's what's stopping them. Because they're trying to rid that out of their energy, so that you really are the only thing that they see, and they want to be able to, give. It's weird because it is, they really want to be able to give you 100 or, 200%, but they're not willing to be right there until they have 200% to give, if that makes sense. Because I think that this is, it's just something here about this person's weird morals or something like that. They have this belief system that I've got to be able to give you everything, otherwise I can't give you anything. So, that's what they would say to you if they could. All right, so that's what we see for you. You're welcome to come back and check in another month or so and see if you're still drawn to the same chakra. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I do really appreciate that. And we will move on over to the heart chakra group. Okay. The heart chakra group, for those of you who chose the heart chakra or the color green grouping, this is about heart wisdom. Okay, so this is connections to others. The best way to embrace your heart chakra is to hold hands, talk your feelings out, take yourself on a date, buy yourself some flowers, say I love you, even if it's just to the mirror. Reiki and massage are really good for heart chakra as well. So is eating organically and wearing pink or green colors. So if you're wanting to manifest the message that we get for you today, I would suggest for the next 3 days wearing something either pink or green to embrace that heart chakra energy. So, pink obviously because heart. But green usually is a little bit stronger for that. But even if you're not someone that wears accessories, that you can wear green earrings or, a green shirt, get a green piece of paper, fold that in 3 and keep it in your pocket for 3 days as well to help manifest this message into your reality. Okay, but looking at the cards for you. Okay, for the Heart Chakra Collective, the green grouping, what would they say to you? What would they say to you? Get your oracle cards out first. And the heart-shaped oracles for you, what would they say to you for the Heart Chakra Collective? What would they say to you? Sorry, that's a great start, right? I am truly sorry. You deserve better. So, sorry is a really good start. I am regretting my previous actions. Sorry. I am sorry for whatever happened between us. I am remorseful for whatever happened between us. Now, that's a big thing. Okay, I'm not going to lie, because people can say sorry at the drop of a hat. Having real remorse for their words, their actions, their behaviors is a different thing. Even if you don't feel like they did anything wrong, they're sorry for the situation and the way that certain things happened in that situation, because it's time to end this darkness and be reborn. I'm trying to do things differently now. I regret my previous actions. I know you deserve better, so I'm trying to be reborn. I'm trying to do things in a different way from here on out. Our connection still haunts me. I can't stop thinking about you. I feel like you're a ghost in my life, walking beside me and making me think about new ways of doing things, new ways of looking at things. It's like you're haunting them. Like every time they go to do something silly or say something mean, they've got this ghost of you right next to them saying, you sure you want to say that? I hide behind my mask and acted like I don't care. So they were covering up something within themselves that they felt that, and it was obviously this, that they felt as though you deserve better, or that there was something about the situation where they, were hiding part of their truth. They didn't want you to see the full truth of who they are, because if I care, then I have to take responsibility for my actions and my behavior. Whereas, that seems to be something that they've only just sort of started to come into an awareness of, that they do have a lot of remorse, and that they are legitimately sorry, that it is time to end this. And part of that darkness is that mask that they've hidden behind in the past, this version of themselves that they tried to play off like they were, but they knew deep down that they were not. I'm just feeling for a lot of them, it's this fake confidence that this person had. They pretended like they don't care about anything. They pretended like they don't care about you, and it was covering something deep within them, that they were scared, But clarifying this message for the Heart Chakra grouping. Heart Chakra, Heart Chakra and the Green Collective, please. What would they say to you? What would they say to you? Do I even need to say it out loud? We have the heart card. You are my heart. My heart beats for you. Infinite love, unconditional love. I know now how much you are my heart chakra grouping. I'm finally connecting to my own heart chakra. That's why you chose the heart chakra, because there's a lot of love there. They do love you. They would tell you, my heart only beats for you. That's the main thing coming through intuitively there. That main, what they would say is, my heart only beats for you. You made my heart beat again. For some of you here too, like, I didn't know I had a heart until I met you. That kind of message as well. We have the ship. I'm on my way. I'm on my way. I'm starting this journey. I am getting on board and starting this journey. I'm trying to move forward and get away from all the ish. Stop my ish. I'm trying to move forward and be reborn, travel to a new version of myself. We have the bear as well. I feel like the bear is actually how they see you. Some of you may have Aries, Capricorn, Leo placements. Taurus as well, with that bear energy. It's not specific to a certain sign, but those are the ones I do associate with that. But it's like because they see you as this bear energy. They're like, you're so strong, you're so charismatic, you're so confident. You have healthy boundaries, and that's why our connection still haunts me, because the memory of you, the ghost of you, is teaching me what boundaries are, is teaching me to not be so aggressive and defensive. I feel like for a lot of you, this person was a bit aggressive or defensive, and that's why they had this mask and acted like they didn't care, because that aggression and defensiveness was hiding the truth of that they would. I feel like for a lot of them, they wouldn't admit it to themselves for a long time, but it feels like it's time for them to end this darkness and time for them to actually admit and move forward with love here. That even just taking that first step of admitting is part of the journey for this person, that admitting that they care, admitting that they love you. And they see you as like, it's kind of like, you were so strong, you tried to nurture us, you tried to protect our connection, but I let us down, kind of thing. I was just all claws and teeth and ripped it apart. So I'm getting that message from them as well. So they are slowly getting there though. So, in the future, I feel like there might be something happening soon, actually, with this particular one. Because it's like, because what's the song? It's like you're the voice inside my head. I can't remember the song. It's like an emo song or a new metal or whatever song. It's like, you're the voice inside my head. You're the voice inside my head. This connection still haunts me, because you're the voice inside my head, and because every time I go to make a decision or a choice, I hear your voice telling me this is the best choice for you, and I can no longer make the bad choices, because my morals are like, I want to do better now. And before I met you, I didn't want to do better, but now I just hear your voice, and it's kind of like, that whole what would Jesus do? It's like, what would heart chakra person do? And it haunts this person. It's like, instead of making choices thinking about just what they want and what they desire, they're like, what would heart chakra person like? What would they choose in this situation? You really have sort of stuck in the head heavily for this person, and so it's time for them to. They're going through a transformative period here, where they are choosing to try to be reborn and transform the version of themselves that they have been. Okay, for some of you, there's slight differences on the time schedule there, but they know that you deserve better, and they do regret. They do have remorse. They regret what happened with this connection. Okay, so that's what we're seeing for you. Make sure you do subscribe to the channel. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought of this style of reading. And we will move on over to the throat chakra group. Okay. Throat chakra grouping. All right. So for those of you who chose the throat chakra or the blue chakra, this is for you. This is all about expression and finding your expression. So it's about singing, drawing, being vocal, using instruments, art, writing meaningful letters to yourself. And for those of you who do want to try to manifest the message that we get for you today, wearing the color blue can actually really help for the next 3 days as well. So if you want to, even if you don't have blue accessories or clothing that you want to wear, you can get a square of blue paper and fold that up 3 times and put that in your pocket for 3 days as well. Okay, but we'll pull your oracle cards out first. So the throat chakra group, what would they say to you? What would this person say to the throat chakra collective, please? The blue grouping. Pardon me, and I'll grab the heart-shaped oracle as well. These ones are a bit difficult to shuffle sometimes. Throat chakra grouping, what would they say to you? What would they say to the blue group? Fighting themselves a little bit here. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, because we do see, I don't have the willpower yet. I'm not ready for it. We do see, but then I see, it's interesting because you deserve more than I can give you. So they're feeling like I'm not ready for it. I don't have the willpower. You deserve more. But then we see this card. I keep falling into this toxic pattern. I really want it to go. All right. So they know that they're stuck in some sort of like loop, some sort of cycle, some sort of on off, back and forth within their own self. Because on the other side of it here, we do have, I want to spend more time with you. I surrender to this journey and the lesson it gives. So it's kind of like this back and forth between their own self that they do want to surrender to this journey and spend more time with you, but they are aware that they're not quite ready for it because they have this toxic pattern within themselves where they feel as though you deserve more than this toxic pattern that they're stuck in. They do want to sort of tell you that it's like yes but no, but yes but no, but they want to tell you I'm in, I'm out, it's yeah, they're just so in both minds right now. Okay, but we'll have a look with the lenormand. Throat chakra grouping, the blue grouping, what would they say to you? What would they say to you? A lot. We have the dog coming through first. You're my best friend. You're the person I see walking by my side, regardless of whether this is, more than friends or whatever. There's this strong connection that they feel like they can rely on you, that you're dependable and supportive and understanding and compassionate. They see you as that person that can walk by their side, and they want to walk by yours. They want to, you're my best friend. You're, the one thing that I can rely on in this world, kind of thing. We have the cross coming through. So this is heavy as the weight of the world on this person to start with. They feel as though they've got a lot of responsibilities, and that that's why I think they're struggling so much, because they're struggling to understand whether they can carry the weight of the responsibilities to be that to you as well. But there is a very spiritual connection here as well. There's a strong, I can tell you anything, you're my person kind of energy, that I feel like this is our fate, our destiny, to be in each other's life. It feels like very fated, like soulmate kind of energy here. Because, with a soulmate, we have that you're my best friend. You're the one. You're the one, you know, kind of thing. There is a very spiritual connection. I do feel very connected to you. I feel like when the weight gets heavy, I reach to that connection and reach to this hope that things will fall into place, and we will be, you know, come back together when, you know, because it's destined that that we're supposed to be together, kind of thing. So we also have the ring. Once again, there's that toxic pattern, that loop that they're stuck in. They want to try to break this cycle. They want to, you know, they want a relationship with you. They want to be in a relationship with you. This is, you know, commitment, contract. And for some of you, that's part of the responsibility, the burden on their shoulders, the weight on their shoulders is, you know, they want that with you, but it also does feel like a burden. Okay, so because they know that they have to be committed to that it's like a contract that they're signing, that they need to do their side of, and that's the weight that they're carrying here, is that they just don't know if they can do that. You know, that they feel as though you deserve more than they can give, you know, and that they don't have the willpower to actually go through and break this cycle as of yet, that they're still trying to break the toxic cycle that they're stuck in. They know that there's some patterns, some loops that they're sort of stuck in here that they need to break, so that they can make a lifelong commitment to you. All right. So, but it feels like it's fate to have a commitment to you, that they're, you know, and especially with the dog here as well, it's like they're loyal to this commitment with you, even if we're not in each other's life. You know what I mean? That they know that they can depend on that fated relationship with you, even, you know, even while they're trying to learn their lessons and whatnot. They feel as though there's a spiritual support from your energy, like, around them. So they do feel a very strong spiritual connection here, as well. So, you know, you might feel that as well. Okay. But that's what we're seeing for your grouping. Okay. Make sure you do subscribe to the channel. Leave me a comment. Let me know if you like this style of reading, what your thoughts are. If you have any topics you would like to see in readings. And we will move on over to the third eye chakra. Okay, third eye chakra, the purple group. All right, so this is your forehead placement here. It's like seeing without actually seeing, intuition. This is, you know, where we breathe, we daydream, we, you know, keep dream journals, we read spiritual things, we practice tarot and cards and whatnot. We, you know, talk to our intuition, we talk to God, we talk to the moon, whatever that is for you personally. You know, wearing purple or white can really help with the energy of the third eye chakra as well. So if you're trying to manifest this person actually going ahead and, you know, saying the things that come out in your message today, I would suggest wearing, you know, white for the purity of those messages, but also purple just for the, you know, strengthening that third eye chakra. For 3 days, if you don't want to wear purple or white, you know, a slip of paper in your pocket folded 3 times for 3 days works to help manifest the messages your way. Okay, so that's what we have there, but we'll have a look at the oracle cards that come out for you first. Okay, so for the third eye chakra, the purple grouping, what would they say to you? What would they say to you? And be very aware of which messages in your reading today give you tingles. Okay, I'm just feeling little tingles up the side of my face there. That usually is a very intuitive connection coming through when it you know, or sometimes you get the ear ringing and those sorts of things. So, you know, trust your intuition with the third eye chakra stuff, definitely. We'll grab the oracle from the heart oracles here. What would they say to the third eye collective? What would they say to the third eye chakra collective? The purple grouping. What would they say to you? It's quite interesting. I'm noticing a kind of progression as we move through the chakras. It's very interesting. Your person, they would say, I have trust issues from previous pain. So I'm kind of getting with that. I'm actually getting a specific message here that I took it out on you because I was dealing with what they did, kind of thing. So an ex hurt them and they took it out on you, kind of thing. They hadn't healed properly from that, and they took out their trust issues, their pain from the past onto you. Okay, so they would say that pretty directly there. We do see here, I'm trapped in my own mind. I feel like I'm beyond fixed. So they feel broken, basically. They feel like I'm broken. Baby, please help me. Because you're their person, right? That was intuitive. We'll see what comes out with the lenormand on that front. But baby, please help me. It's like they need help. They want support. They need help because they feel like they're broken. They feel like they need something or someone to glue them back together. But then they took out past pain onto you. But change is just around the corner. Be prepared. So they're kind of like, get ready for me because I'm going through a spiritual awakening. I'm going through a spiritual awakening. Be prepared for when I'm ready because I'm coming back. Right now I'm trapped and I feel like I'm broken, but I know that I'm going to change this. I'm going to do whatever I can. I'm going through something right now. I feel like for a lot of them, this is something specific they're going through right now. But they're like, get ready. I'm coming back. I'm not gone. Okay, third eye chakra, the purple grouping. What would they say to you? What would they say to you? For a lot of you, that be prepared because I'm coming to ask you for help. Yeah, like I said, they feel like you're the one. Seeing evidence of that here as well. Okay, because we do have the cross coming through first. And in this reading today, the cross is symbolizing, someone that, it feels very spiritually connected to you. They feel as though this is fate, this is destiny to be with you. They do have the weight of the world on their shoulders and they are feeling very burdened. It's kind of a catch-22 energy because it's like they feel like a lot of responsibility to fix this, but also, they've got a lot of responsibility to work on themselves in order to come back around, kind of thing. But they do feel as though it's fated, that there's a strong spiritual connection between the two of you, and that they know that you're on their path, and that they're wanting to come back onto that same path. We do have the book here. They're trying to learn. They're trying to learn more about how to fix themselves, basically, how to fix their broken pieces, how to end the things that don't work. We have the coffin here. For quite a lot of you, the past thing that they kind of took out on you, or that they're still, healing from, or whatever, it was a death around them. So for quite a lot of you, there was a death in their life that they're, that's part of what's been happening here, that past pain that they kind of took out on you. But they're wanting to learn. They're willing to learn. They're trying to, find a mentor or whatnot, do research on how they can fix their broken selves, kind of thing. For some of you, they are reading a lot about spirituality as well. Then they may be actually watching tarot and things like that as well to try to work out how to come back around and ask you for help, kind of thing. And that's maybe why we're seeing the book too, is that they're like, maybe that's why they're going to ask you for help, because they're like, I don't know what my next chapter looks like. Can you help me? Can you show me? Can you teach me? You know, like I said, some of them they're looking for a mentor, and some of them that's going to be you that they're reaching out to for help. Can you show me? Because I feel like you've picked the third eye grouping because you yourself are very spiritual and in tune with spirit, and they're like, can you teach me how to have that connection with spirit? You know, teach me how to be reborn. You know, because this is like for some reason this is feeling like a christening kind of energy. Okay, because like is that what they call it? I'm trying to think of the word. You know, where they dunk them under the water. It's like the born again Christian. I'm getting those born again. Be born again is the phrase that's coming through, because with every death is a rebirth. Yeah. And so this is a transitional card. This is, they know they need to, close out the last chapter of their life and kind of be reborn into a new version of themselves. They need to make changes. They need to end things in their life that feel like, the heavy duty responsibility, the weight of the world stuff. They need to end out that. They need to end out this brokenness so that they can be reborn as a whole, a whole kind of thing. For some of you, there's some sort of connection here about this person, finding spirituality or finding religion, being literally like born again into like religious persona type energy there. For a lot of you, like I said, there's a strong death energy here that has affected this person greatly and has left them feeling very broken and hard to sort of move forward. But they're kind of at that point where they're wanting to learn. And I do feel for a lot of you, it's like they're going to come up to you and be like, I closed out everything. I closed out this and that you weren't happy with. I stopped doing those things. I put an end to those things. Show me how to be reborn. Help me. Baby, help me be reborn. That kind of thing. I'm going through a spiritual awakening right now. Like they really are. They really are. They're like I said, being reborn into some sort of even new like a religion kind of, like I'm actually getting that you see in the movies where they're born again Christians and they baptize, that's the word. They baptize them by dunking them in the river or whatever. So I'm seeing that image coming through strongly here for this person. So there is definitely some sort of spiritual awakening going on for them right now. But I feel as though it's not going to be long before you actually hear from this person, to be honest. And it's probably going to be the in that they're going to use is teach me about your beliefs, your spirituality, how you do this or whatever that is. Be my mentor on a religious or spiritual thing. There's one of you where it's like, can we go to Bible study together? Can you be my support person for AA or something like that? I'm getting those sorts of things coming through a little bit there as well. All right. Funny story. Okay. Third eye grouping, you're getting a bonus story today. It just reminded me actually. Once upon a time when I was younger, I was taken on a first date to an AA meeting. Ridiculousness of it, right? That was just hilarious. It just sort of popped in my head then. I just think that's one of the funniest things. It's like, okay. Obviously, you see that I'm a very nurturing person, right? So you want my support. I can support you. I'm capable. I'll take it. But that's what we've got for you. All right. Definitely subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comments your funny first date stories. I would like to hear them. Funny ones, not scary ones. Okay. I don't want to borrow that this week. Thanks. But or if there's any other topics you would like to see coming up for readings, definitely leave me a comment as well. I do really appreciate those. And we will move on over to the crown chakra. Okay, crown chakra. So for those of you who chose the crown chakra or the color silver, all right, sometimes it's grey, depending on, what chakra thing you're looking at, or, grey and silver are very much the same anyway, right? But I just like to call it silver chakra because that's prettier. So this is the crown of your head, or the space of knowing. This is where you connect to the universe, connect to God, connect to something more than yourself, okay? So, you can pray, you can talk to God, your angels, your guides, whatever. Trust your inner knowing. Use rainbow prisms. If you don't know what a rainbow prism is, this is a rainbow prism. Well, this is a rainbow pyramid technically, but it's a prism, right? Because I don't know, it counts, okay? I do have a rainbow prism somewhere. There's all different types of ones you can get, right? This one is like a little cube one. There's all different ones you can get. But this is actually like really good for crown chakra energy. And you can even, if you really want to go full on with your chakra energy, you could probably, like you could use it, wear it like a little unicorn, and do a meditation with it on your head, connecting to source. That I'm going to try that. I'm going to try that. I know I sound like an idiot, but I'm going to try that. I've never even thought of that until now. But yeah, so positive affirmations, refocusing the way that you're thinking about things. So allowing, the negative thoughts to float away. Write down your goals, ask your higher self to help, and, universal consciousness, trying to connect with a higher way of thinking that's not just, you stuck in your emotions and your thoughts and your feelings. You're trying to think about, the more objective, zoomed out versions of things. All right, but if you're wanting to manifest the message that we see for you today, I would suggest to wear purple or gold. Obviously silver would work as well. So silver jewelry, gold jewelry, those sorts of things. But if you can always get like something silver. If you don't want to wear them on your, externally, you can, get a piece of silver jewelry and keep it in your pocket for 3 days, all right, to help manifest the message that we get for you today. All right, but moving through into the message for the Crown Chakra Collective, the silver grouping. What would they say to you? What would they say to our Crown Chakra Collective, please? And I will grab your heart-shaped oracles as well. These ones are a little bit hard to shuffle sometimes, so give me a sec. Okay, Crown Chakra Collective. What would they say to you? Okay, so I'll start off with this one. I am scared of getting hurt, so I act like I don't care. All right? Scared of getting hurt, so I try to act like I don't care. I try to act like I've got no feelings. But, I feel so lonely since I detached from you. It's like the loneliness is creeping up on this person. I had to learn the lesson the hard way. Had to learn that lesson the hard way, that I want to make you smile. I want to make you smile because you're my one and only. You are the one and only. Okay, so this person, it's kind of like they hid their feelings from themselves as well, I think. When it says that they acted like they didn't care, it's kind of like, fake it till you make it. They faked it so much that they believed it, and they thought that they didn't have true feelings for you. But the more apart from you they are, the more they're realizing that I just want to make you smile, and you are the one and only. You're the one. Okay. So they do actually have a lot of feelings now being realized to them, but they're like, I had to learn the hard way kind of thing. Like, I had to actually learn how I felt by being removed from you, if that makes sense. Crown Chakra Collective, what would they say to you? What would this person say to you for the silver grouping? You are my fire, my one, my only desire. You know that Backstreet Boys song? Start singing, guys. We have the stars coming through first. You are You are the wish. You are the dream. You are the desire. You are the goal. Every time I make a wish, it's for you. Every time I dream, it's for you. It's of you. My only goal in life is to have you. It's like I'm picking up for quite a lot of you that you yourself may actually be seeing a lot of star imagery. Like I'm just kind of picking up that every time you go outside at nighttime, you see like a shooting star, and then you're walking down the street and you see a star on, a logo, and then you see another star on this thing, and then you see spray, graffiti, and it's all stars, and you've been seeing, like you have been, or you will be seeing a lot of star imagery. You may even be seeing, there's even something here about stars in the sky, like because it is actually giving me the example here of a gift that was never given, and it was a star. Yes, I'm soppy. I'm a romantic at heart. I bought a star for somebody, and it was never given to them. We actually broke up just before Christmas, and I'd already bought the gift. But I bought a star for him, and so there might be some sort of star connection like that. Because that's coming through, like real stars is coming through as well. It's like I want to pull the stars down from the sky and give them to you. It's kind of giving here, because in that example, it's kind of giving the example like returning the star kind of thing, like, using my experience as the example, right? That I bought a star for somebody, or the rights to a star, or whatever, to name a star. I bought that for somebody, right? But it's kind of like, if that were you and your situation, that they knew about that. And so, do you know what? They're kind of like, I'm going to buy you a star now, because I know how much that meant for you to give that to me, and you never were able to give that to me. So now I'm going to buy you a star, something along that lines, because they want to make you smile, and they know that that's something that will make you smile because you did that. Led by example kind of thing. Something about that coming through with stars. But it's like that's a sign to you that this person is thinking of you, and that this person is like, might show, especially if you start seeing a lot of stars everywhere, you might see this person straight after. Not gonna lie. We also have the sun. Not only are you every wish, every desire, but you are the thing that makes me happy. I just want to make you smile because you make me smile so much on the inside, kind of thing. You brought the light out of me. You brought me into the light. Before I met you, I was living in darkness, and you brought this light out inside of me. It just sucks that it took me until you were gone to see it. And are they not the same thing, the stars and the sun? There's this celestial vibe here too, that there's something about they see you as celestial. So maybe like they see you as like above it all, and like I'm getting angel as a celestial being here as well. Or maybe they see you as like the spiritual guide to them, guardian angel of them kind of thing. We also have the masculine coming through. I kind of feel like this is a confession. The masculine is coming through as a bit of a confession, that I know I was in my masculine. I know I was war. I was chaos. I was too controlling, too domineering of the situation. The only way I could, I was too logical and rational. I wasn't emotional enough. The only way I could control myself was to control you. And I know that I messed up big time by being like that, because, I wish I had have just tried to make you smile instead of being this masculine that was war and chaos and control. Interesting messages today. So that's what we have for you. definitely subscribe to the channel. Make sure you leave a comment. Let me know, if you liked this style of reading, if you'd like to see more type, like pick a card type readings in the future, whatever. Let me know if there's any specific topics you want to see readings of. I love taking those on board, as today's reading is suggested by one of my subscribers, Steve. So thank you again, Steve, for that. But yeah, see you all on the next one.